Hey, this is Notser, and we're in the Tier 7 French battleship Lyon on the map Fault Line. This was an outstanding game. It's from my Down the Line series. I was working on the French battleships, and this game happened, so hopefully you enjoy. As far as a build is concerned, it's a pretty typical build. Priority target, expert marksman, superintendent, concealment. I do have a drill and rush, so it's a 12 skill commander, and I am using a French commander, so it benefits a lot. And ooh, nice. 13,000 damage. Not gonna complain. But yeah, everything is pretty typical. Accuracy, lower fire chance, you get the picture. So I decided on the eastern flank I was gonna push up. We spawned here. The Lyon is surprisingly fast. Like really fast. Like, why are American battleships allowed to still be slow if this battleship was supposed to be 21 knots fast? Regardless of that fact, I was able to push up, get in position, and notice, wow, there's a lot of HE spammers. So I don't want to go up against them mano-y-mano. I'm going to try and corner off some of the game. Get a little bit of damage, not as much as I would have hoped. Quite literally every single shell overpinned. But he retreated under the island and we're fine. This little lion rock thing, I'm able to hide. So it's not a big deal. And I've already used heal once. Heal is ready to go. I can't wait to use it again. But, you know, we've lost one ship. I don't want to overextend. The start felt good. I found an area where the enemy was not, but then I was running into a lot of HE, and HE can stack very high very quickly, so that's why I ended up being in this position. And then my friendlies, east of my position, they dealt with a Gajimana. They took him out, but now, since they pushed forward so fast, they are under threat from other cruisers, so I was like, I gotta move forward. We gotta get in position, we gotta go. So we've got enemy Kirov. He's trying to retreat from the location. I'm going to guess that he does not like me, and he would really like to kill my teammate. And I don't blame him for not liking me. 16 guns are pretty good. Really good, in fact. And yeah, the Atlanta is like, I'm here, just so you know. I don't want to deal with you, Atlanta. You are not the boss of me, okay? So I'm going to push forward towards the island, limit the ability of the Atlanta to engage me, and continue to fire on the enemy Kirov. While all this is going on, there's an enemy Gneisenau now, and he is right now at B, pushing. So instead of engaging the cruisers, I am sort of splitting my damage. I do feel, oh yeah, enemy York. I'm going to do tons of damage. I'm going to Citadel. I'm going to wipe him out. You know, every battleship's dream. That's what we're going to do to him? Well, not quite. We did no damage. Only one shell even made contact, and it ricocheted down the side of his ship. You know, pretty typical. But I'm set up for success against the Gneisenau, who is distracted by my teammates. He is moving very slow, so I give very little lead. Honestly, the speed he was moving, I probably should have drawn it in even more. But we're doing pretty good damage, you know, it's not too bad. I just need to keep it up. He has to either decide to move forward, or he's going to die to just overwhelming firepower between myself and the friendly cruiser. Now, while all this is going on, I am looking at the minimap. York seems to be retreating. The friendly Omaha that was right behind me is no longer there, and it kind of looks like there's a Dunkirk on approach. And this is the shot I regret. I should have just drawn it in directly center, or maybe fire at the front guns, knowing that he's moving forward a little bit. We could have easily wiped this guy out, and the dispersion doesn't work out in my favor on that one. But the guns are almost ready to go, and he is very aware of me now. Missed the opportunity, man. Don't you regret it? And yeah, look at the Dunkirk. He's on the other side of the island, and it sounds like the Atlanta is trying to fire on me. But I have plenty of knowledge north of me with teammates, and south of me with teammates, so we should be good. We should be real good. If I could just kill this damn Gneisenau. It's time to end you, Gneisenau. still taking a ton of damage. We are at a huge deficit at this point, and I didn't even recognize it. We have 5 ships down. Of course, he knocks out one of my guns. In frustration, I put the fire out. I bring back the gun. I just was angry. Don't really know that you should do that, but regardless, he's gone. And now the enemy only has a 3-ship advantage. Only 3 ships, are you kidding me? Last known position of the Dunkirk, though, he's on the other side of that island. So I'm going to pre-aim for that corner, expecting him to come. Friendly is right there, and oh yes, he's right here. So I fire right under the gun, and we do a ton of damage to him. About 20,000. Friendly pops his smoke. Why he did that? The Dunkirk's like, ooh, a DD. He fires at the DD, doesn't kill the DD, and the DD will absolutely kill you, Dunkirk. And I just get to watch it. Just wave goodbye, Dunkirk. And we've brought it back to 2. Enemy only has a 2-ship advantage, so feeling pretty good right now. We've done almost 100,000 damage, and there are a ton of enemy ships left for my guns to feast on. And it really is a feast with the Lyon. 16 guns. Oh, I don't care the gun caliber. 16. How could you miss? A couple enemy cruisers entering near B point. Kind of brazen, honestly, considering I'm right here. So I'm like, okay, I don't want you, Atlanta. I want your friend behind you. Gonna aim at the waterline. Looks pretty good. Of course, it all overpins super hard. So I just have to rely on the amount of guns I have, which is no problem at all. And of course, the last shot, it citadels him for like 3,000 damage. Really? But I'm able to avoid the torpedoes. I think the York tried to torpedo me, but it doesn't matter. I can move on to the enemy Atlanta. And he's coming out of a turn, so I'm going to fire with a little bit of elevation. And pretty good damage. Continue the onslaught. Don't want to run on the island, of course. And yeah, we did great. Friendly New Mexico was able to follow up, and we've brought this right back. 3 enemy ships. We have not lost a single one. It's going great. And there's more for me to feast on. Kind of looks like there's an AFK ship on the enemy team. Maybe the New Mexico's AFK, I don't really know. But regardless, I don't want this York to retreat. I want him dead. Are you serious? Did you see that dispersion? It hit everywhere but on the ship itself. You're not gonna like me when I'm angry, okay, Lyon? Get your act together. He's super low. And he's even lower now that a teammate has done damage to him. So I, once again, lead him in the direction as he's trying to retreat. You're not getting away this time. And we finish him off, which is great. Enemy Colorado's moving into range. The game is still super tight, and it's great. I love super competitive games. I am just doing a quick check, okay? Enemy New Mexico's well outside of my range. This enemy Colorado's here. Is there a cruiser I can shoot at? I pull the trigger just as an enemy cruiser, just as an ugly Atlanta. Adam is in the Atlanta, and of course he's rocking the Admiral Halsey. Why not? If you're wondering why the shells are red, Admiral Halsey provides you with red shells. I don't know why they chose red over like blue, because Yamamoto already has red, so maybe they just have a plan. I don't know. Regardless, teammate is a real bro, and he drops smoke. I hold my fire. I allow his torpedoes to make contact. I'm like, okay, let's make sure we're in a good position. Looks like we're in a good position. I'm gonna heal, and I'm gonna fire right when he opens up a broadside. Wipe him out. Enemy Atlanta. He ran aground. He pulled a Notser. And yeah, unfortunately for my friendly battleship. Oh, you know what? Let's not go after the Atlanta. Let's go after the Omaha. Because I like seeing ships die. Really? Alright, well, we've got the front guns. They're ready. It's cool. Aim right at him. Yeah, he's gonna die for sure. Oh, yes. Kraken Unleashed. And a game where we had a 5-ship deficit. At one point, I believe it was 5 ships or 4 ships. We've brought it back. We have a ship advantage. The enemy AFK, you know, just take a shot. I really want to fire at the Atlanta or the DD. The DD needs revenge because he did absolutely brutalize the friendly battleship that was in that corner, and there's nothing I could do about it, obviously. He's off detection. But I take one quick shot at the New Mexico. I really don't care about the New Mexico. I really want that Atlanta. And you could tell, it's like, do I care about you? No, I don't. Atlanta. And I don't think he expected a friendly destroyer to be on that flank. And sure enough, he's detected, body spotted, or, sorry, surface detected. And I think he feels like I have to fire. I have to do something, try to save my life. And, oh, it's not going to save you. Look at that dispersion. Yes. We would have done so much damage to him. We only needed 5 shells. We could have easily gotten like 8 or 9 shells on target. That was great. And there's only 2 left on the enemy team. This turnaround is spectacular. Everyone in the stream loved it. The game was fantastic, clearly. Just obviously a super carry. This ship can do it all, though. It's a wonderful ship. If you're looking for a great Tier 7 battleship, this is it. I'm trying to think, you know, you got obviously the Scharnhorst, which is a great Tier 7, but I don't think there's any Tier 7 ship that I would, battleship that I would put above this, honestly. I don't think I can. 16 guns, it's got great speed, good maneuverability. Obviously the gun firing arc is not ideal on the number 2 gun, but it's usable. And ooh, hello there, enemy. Enemy DD shows up, I unload everything on him, and we take like 60% of his life gone. And that exact shot will be just as effective when they change the armor for DDs. Unfortunately, he takes out the friendly. Now, I could read this as I'm just going to continue sailing this direction. I'm going to go west of this island, just to the right as we're looking at it. Or I could read it as the Mutski is going to double back, and he's going to try and limit the amount of time he's ever spotted by me and maybe gain ground and disengage. That's how I expected him to play. So the counter to him pulling back is for me to turn back inside, try and get on the left side of this, the eastern side of the island, and then I'll have a couple guns ready to fire. Now, he could potentially send torpedoes. I've got to be ready to drop the speed immediately. And if we can do that, we should be golden. Clearly, he's still in the cap, so we can confirm it. Oh, yes, he tried it. He tried exactly what I thought he'd do. And here comes torpedoes. That was one set. Maybe there's another. Was able to wipe him out. I'm sure he's incredibly frustrated that I predicted accurately where he ended up going. But you know what? You play this game long enough, you have an idea of what the initial play is. Now, he could have been like, wow, he's going to expect me to go this way. He's going to counter move, and then I'm going to counter that move. But then you get into, you know, you could do this all day, right? So, obviously, took out the target. We're up to our 7th kill. There's an enemy battleship that is on the western flank. You might have noticed that the friendly Arizona was calling for support the entire time, and I'm sure he needed it, but this guy has not continued the pursuit. His last spotted position was like 5 minutes ago. So I'm going to head out towards that area and just bask in the glory that is the Lyon. This ship is awesome. This is the premium camo. I got it half off whenever they did the premium camo up to tier 9 sale. I think it was like April, and I couldn't be happier. The ship is wonderful. The experience is fantastic. There's nothing like this. There's not a 16-gun battleship in the game other than this one. It's great. So highly recommend it. It's definitely a keeper. It's maybe not the keeper. I think Alsace is a little bit better, but this is 1A, 1B sort of thing. It's awesome. So we're going to head on over here. We're going to hopefully get a couple more shots on the enemy before the game ends. But you know what? I wouldn't really change anything about the way I played. Obviously, it was incredibly aggressive to push up initially. But I knew that my team was on the eastern side, and if I needed to, I could make a breakout, and go towards C. But I felt like if I could get in a position where I could command B and C, that I could offer support for DDs against enemy cruisers, or maybe fire on enemy DD. 16 guns will always be good against everything. It doesn't matter how much armor a target has. If 16 guns overpin the target, it's going to be doing a ton of damage. So, enemy Iron Duke shows up, and obviously, after we initially engaged the targets, I limited to 1 or 2 targets potentially firing on me. Kept the islands in my way, and, you know, won from there. But just fired on the Iron Duke, getting a little bit of damage, chip damage, if you will. Back guns are rotating. Friendly Arizona is, you know, it looks like he's kind of, he doesn't care. He's going to try and maybe get a kill before the game ends. And the game is fast approaching at the end of the game. And oh, he does a great job with a big shot. And I'm going, oh yeah, number 8 kill. Here comes my salvo. Oh yeah, we're going to take him out of the game. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Really? So, even in a triumph, I am always made to suffer in some form or fashion. But 7 kills, Kraken Unleashed, devastating, just absolutely brutalized the enemy team. It was a wonderful game. I'm not complaining about not getting that kill, but really, come on, really. We did 2,664 base XP in a tier 7 match. The game was outstanding. I love this ship. I hope you enjoyed the game as much as I did. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.